What is your favorite Georgia film?
I gotta say it was the first film I was put in, which was Ant-Man. That's my favorite film because that's where I got my break in industry.
Stranger Things is fantastic. I watched The Oval. Like, I binged out on The Ovals.
I got to be on DC Stargirl, and I got to play a supervillain. I got to play the DC Gambler, who's an actual comic book character that had never been brought to life, and that was just a dream come true.
Hello everyone, I'm Carrington Manous, news correspondent for Peach 5 News Entertainment, and today I'm coming to you live from Atlanta City Hall celebrating Georgia Film Day. This event celebrates the legacy and the opportunities that make Georgia a powerhouse in the film industry. Without further ado, let's dive right in and hear from some of the voices shaping Georgia's cinematic future.
We expanded from Georgia Film Day to Georgia Film Week. It was such a big hit last year, and so many people were excited about what there is to come in the state that we decided we expanded to a whole week's worth of activities, and we have had a phenomenal week this week.
Well, it's always significant. We always have to educate and re-educate the state legislature and city government. Fortunately, the city of Atlanta and the mayor have been very, very supportive. A little bit less so under the Gold Dome, but we discovered that if we're not constantly there and present, they forget you. They recognize the benefits, and so we have to have a week like this to keep everybody's eye on the ball.
Georgia now is emerging from the challenges with a new focus. I think that independent filmmakers and independent creators are going to be a new focus here in the state because it has to be. So our industry has been purpose-built to service Hollywood, the system called Hollywood. And now we're at a place where we have to figure out something better. And the best thing for us now is to focus more on our independent creators.
So, to the rest of your question and your situation, you'd ask, why does it seem a little bit suppressed right now in the industry as far as volume of work? Well, there's been a changing in the guard at the national and international level of production as everybody moved through streaming and then cost of streaming, cost of productions. When it all came up early, like from 2010 to current, the streamers were chasing big Hollywood stars, big Hollywood producers, directors, and writers. And they locked them into long-term contracts to try to bring the film or the movie business, cinema in theaters, home and on your home device, on your telephone. And so they spent way too much. And they only made that discovery in the last couple of years. So they went, we have to pare back total volume of productions and the cost of each production. It happened to coincide with the strike from the Writers Guild, Screen Actors Guild. IA was negotiating too, Teamsters. Everybody was sort of getting in there. All the professional trade unions were working on trying to come up with a plan. But we didn't recognize that they would take their plan overseas again, which is exactly where we were at the beginning of the millennium and in the late 90s. So we've had this, we've been in this territory before, so we just have to overcome it. And that's where we are today.
So yeah, Georgia Production Partnership, we are an advocacy organization, we're a membership organization. We represent this industry. We represent those individuals who work in this industry, who make Georgia their home, and we advocate and lobby for the tax credit as well. So we bring other business to Georgia as well. We help anyway.
For everybody to take heart that there's still a horizon out there, there's a next level that we can achieve, and we just have to be better focused at that. We have to be more unified than we've probably been in 20 years to make that push for independent, localized production, not just working from people who are giving us a job as they're passing through and leaving. So the next generation, the new generation, the young generation, as it were, has to come up and start making our own stories.
As an actress, how is this event important to you?
Oh, it's everything to me. Being a member of Georgia Production Partners, as well as a SAG-AFTRA member, this is all about community and bringing people together from behind the camera as well as in front of the camera, and keeping the incentives coming in. So for me, it's the collaboration as we as artists that make with those from behind the camera as well as those that support our industry here in Georgia. So it's everything.
Watch the film tax credits, expand our industry as a whole, and we need to see those key timelines as, time goes on. You guys are recording it, so we get a chance to see that.
This event is important because we gotta celebrate all of the talent we have in Georgia, whether it's seamstress, camera operators, actors, producers. We have an amazing industry that's thriving, and we want to keep it thriving, and we can do that by celebrating all of the wonderful talent like yourself.
Thank you. Well, it was nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.